Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks and welcome to Clash of Saiyans. On today's episode, we are going to be taking a look at Season 3, Week 1 of the CWL Light. As you can see, we went up against Gables and were not able to pull out the victory over them. Final score being 69-71. They had a 93.60 destruction to our 92.76. It was a very close war with the Town Hall 9s both being pretty much cleared on both sides except for a few. But basically the difference came down to the top. We were able to secure one Town Hall 10 triple, but then in the end had to go for a Town Hall 11 3-star attempt to go for the win, and we're not able to pull it off. As you can see, we were able to pull off 87%, very close to it, but just were not able to squeeze it out in the end. Very good war to Gables. They put up a very good fight, gave us a good run for our money, and in the end, event came out on top. But we'll go ahead, jump into the first replay. It's going to be the Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 action. We have Red John stepping up, and he's just going to come in with a very simple, small little queen walk. He notices that his queen is going to be able to come through here and not necessarily need a lot of healers. And then he's just going to come in with that mass miner once he's able to funnel right down the middle, get those miners going in there with the new level 3 ones. They are very strong. We've been having a lot of success with them. But like I said, you can see he's got the 2 healers on the queens, or on the queen, and then he's going to come in with the Barb King and some bowlers at the bottom. That way he's just going to keep all those miners going right into that core. It's going to get a rage and a heal spell down on that first area. That way they're able to get through those high hit point storage very quickly. Then they're going to be healed as they come right through that inferno and hit that core area where those kind of big bombs are. And then they start taking on the heroes. Hound comes out with, it looks like a wizard and an archer in the clan castle, and the miners are able to easily deal with that, and the hound just follows them around. It's one of the good things you want to see. If you ever see a hound coming out of a clan castle at Town Hall 10, then looking to use miners is a very good strategy, because your miners will just basically ignore them, continue doing their job and working through the base, and then just proceed to annihilate it. But as you see, once he gets to that backside where that Inferno Tower is, he's going to drop that Skelly spell down, which is going to buy him some time to keep those Inferno beams off his miners while they continue to work through the base. And then he's just basically now on the cleanup, since all the defense are down. That Queen and that Barb King both make it through the full raid. Just basically completely annihilates his base. Still has the Queen ability, and he's just working on cleaning up the last 2 buildings in the corner. But solid 3-star and a Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10 attempt coming up from Red John. But we'll go ahead, jump down. Like I said, the Town Hall 9 play was very good this war. We've been struggling a little bit on the Town Hall 9 area, but we were able to pick it up. We're going to go ahead and step in with Turbo, though, on the first one. He's going to come with the Gobo attack on this one. But he's going to start off on the top, get that first golem down, and he's got a bunch of wizards down behind that golem to go ahead, create that nice way. Big funnel on the top side, and then he's just going to go ahead and start creating a funnel down on the bottom side at 9 o'clock. He's going to use a baby dragon down there to take out some of those storages, since he is coming in where there's a ton of hit points. Has that queen down early so that way she can go ahead and start working. That's another good strategy, is the longer the queen's on the map, the better. She is the highest single damaging target in the game, so the longer that she's on the board, the more damage she's going to be able to deal, plain and simple. But he gets that nice large wide funnel, gets the bowlers down, has that jump spell, and everything is leading in perfectly nice. And then he's just going to send in a few hogs and a wizard to take out that expo, and then his troops are just going to continue pathing into the core of the base. That queen's just going to step out over that wall, and then she's just going to get annihilated between that Barb King and those bowlers. And then from here on out, he's going to have his queen working through the core of this base while he is coming in with the hogs around the outside, and he has 2 heals that he's going to be able to use and just step through this base. It's got that double cannon in there, but it's not going to do much as the range on it is very small, and there's a massive group of hogs under a heal spell coming right into it, so they're able to work through that very quickly. His queen finally gets through that wall on the backside, and then he pops that ability to go ahead, finish off all the splash damage on the base out of the mortar. But the heal spell is down for the hogs, so they are coming out of there with full health with just 2 Teslas left. Cleanup is already down, so he is working to go ahead and just finish off this base, gets that poison spell down on the clan castle. Nice little swag there. But basically demolishes his base, tons of hogs left over, and just completely works through it. So good job for Turbo coming through with his first war with us as far as CWL goes, just stepping up big and getting us the 3-star on that one. We'll go ahead and speed this one up, that way we can finish it off and then jump right into the next one. Scroll down and see what we can find. We are going to come in on number 18. We have WAP coming in, and he's going to come in with the cold-blooded Lalo. Gets that queen down though right off the start. Like I said, getting her down quick if you can out of damage area. But he's going to have a little naked queen walk. She's going to go in and try to get some of these buildings on the outside, at least try to get one of those air defenses down. Then he's going to get a golem up on the top side. Wizards down behind that to go ahead and take care of the trash up there. Gets the queen ability popped as that Tesla pops on her, and then he's going to get that jump down. Golem is going to redirect and start heading into the base, and then he has the Barb King coming in with some bowlers behind that. Queen continues to work with the main group, but eventually gets taken out. A Hound comes out of that clan castle, and he has all ground troops now basically going in there, so they're going to completely ignore that Hound and just continue to work through the base. That queen steps up. He has a poison down for her to slow her down, and then he's going to pop that Barb King ability. He's going to get over there and just take out that queen and that sweeper in the expo in that compartment, and then from there he's going to send his hounds across the base, coming in with a bunch of balloons behind them at 6 o'clock, and here's where he just has haste spells to race those balloons across the base, and they're going to work their way through taking out everything. He's got that hound working on the bottom side from the clan castle, finishes up taking out his bowlers, but he's got a few ground troops that he's going to eventually in the end lure that hound out to the corner, so that way nothing locks onto it and begins to work on it, and then he'll just save the rest of those troops to make sure that that hound stays out of the way. But he gets all of his balloons over to those air defenses on the opposite side of the base, uses the heal spell so that way his balloons are heading into the back side of the base with full health, and then he still has a hound in there that actually does not pop. It was a little sketchy. I think in the end it does not pop at all, so he just had the balloons for cleanup, but he had plenty of time, and they were able to work through between the minions that he brought and just able to completely destroy this base. A lot of people are saying that air is dead right now, that Supercell nerfed the balloons, but they are still a very strong attack. As far as the drop rate goes, they still have that initial drop rate and drop fairly quick when they get to it, but they're not as fast as they used to be, but they're not as slow as well. So they are still a very strong attack for the right base. It just comes down to scouting now properly for the right base. So do not be scared if you see an air attack or a base that looks like it is susceptible to air. Feel free to plan on it and get that down. It is still a very strong attack. So we'll go ahead now, move down into some more Town Hall 9 action. We are going to have AR Walker stepping up on this one. I believe that AR had a 6-pack in this war, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, but I know that there was a ton of good or a lot of 6-packs at Town Hall 9 from our players, so they stepped up big for the first week, coming out swinging and securing those 3 stars that we needed, and in the end being able to have a few Town Hall 10 scouts for us, which helped us out to secure that 10v10, but we just were not able to bring it in the end. But he's going to start off with a little queen walk on the top side. He notices there's not a lot of point defense up there, so that queen is able to create that nice funnel on the top side. Then on the bottom side, he's going to come in basically with the witch slap strategy, has the healers on the bottom side as they work, puts the poison spell down on the queen so that way she is slowed down, and then has a golem double jump heading into the core of the base with the bowlers and the Barb King working through there. Heal spell right down on the core so that way the bowlers are able to work through any of the giant bombs that they hit, come out of that backside with full health, and then just continue to work. Pops that queen ability on the top side to make sure that that queen survives through that Barb King, and then that queen is just going to have an easy stroll, continue around the top side of the base. The Barb King eventually tanks in the core for the bowlers. As they continue to work, they get that Expo down, and then the Barb King finally, after switching around through a few walls, picks one, gets through, and then eventually takes out that Expo on the backside, which is going to be huge for him, so that way he will able to stand with a ton of witches on the bottom side, coming around to meet up with that queen, and they're just going to go ahead and finish up this base, but completely demolishes it with that queen walk, witch slap combo strategy. Not much for this base left for it to be able to defend. Like I said, I think AR Walker had a 6-pack this war, so good war. They're stepping up big for us. But we'll go ahead and jump into the last replay. We have Finger Nader coming in on this one with another cold-blooded Laloon attack, but going to come in on the bottom side, get that golem down to go ahead, tank those 3-point defenses. Has some wizards and a baby dragon working to get those high hit point swords out, and then has the queen just basically right there cleaning up the trash very early right there in the core, so that way when the rest of the troops come in, there's only one place for them to go, and they're going to step up, take out 2 of these air defenses, and get that queen out of the way, so that way the Laloon portion can come in and have really nothing to stop it. Gets a baby dragon, Valk, and some goblins coming out of the clan castle. Nothing that a poison spell can't handle. With that Barb King in there, though, that queen goes down, and then those bowlers under the rage spell starts to just basically work, taking out a lot of that trash in there. The baby dragon actually ends up surviving through the poison spell, but the baby dragon that he initially dropped is going to be the star in this attack and takes out that baby dragon, which barely has any health left. As it works around, but he's waiting to start that Laloon portion of the attack. Once it goes down, you are going to see the balloons and hounds will start flying to the top side. But there we go, we see the first hound down. Once everything is attracted to it, gets a haste spell down for those balloons. They're going to work right into that mortar and that wizard tower, and then get over and easily take out that Expo. And then on the top side, he's got the haste spells down as well, able to get into those air defenses since they are right on the outside of the base. And then on the back side, he's going to come in with some balloons underneath a haste spell to just basically get through a few of the Teslas on the backside relatively quick, since there's nothing there to stop the balloons. If they're able to get in there quick and they're not going to be poking around a lot, they can get in there, take out those Teslas really quick, and then he still has the heal spell on the backside. Both hounds are actually unpopped still, but I believe he's going to at least get one of them popped for the cleanup, if not both. The first one goes ahead, pops, so that way the lava pups are working on the top side. Balloons are still working through. He's got a ton of them left as they're working around. Second hound pops, so he's getting the additional pups for the cleanup, and then he has already the minions down, cleaning up the rest of the base. But like I said, this was the last replay for this war. Unfortunately, we were not able to pull out the victory in the end on this one. Hats off to Gables again for a very good war and a good opener to the start of CWL Season 3. They were a playoff team last season, just like us, so it was fun to have another tough competitor off the start. I'm not exactly sure who we have next week, but stay tuned. There will be another war recap for that war. But if you guys have questions, comments, or like what you guys are seeing, feel free to either leave them in the bottom or hit the subscribe button. I will try to answer everything I can for you guys. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks helping you stay over 9,000.